People right now are feeling a lot of anger, a lot of hurt. It brings up a lot of trauma, re-traumatizing, right? Um, but then again, at the same time, in that breath, a lot of Black people, us Black people, we don't like to talk about what's happening. We don't like to talk about the oppression. We don't like to talk about slavery. A lot of us want to pretend that it's not relevant today. I'm not generalizing to say that everybody, but there is quite a few number of people that don't acknowledge what 400 years of slavery, going through 400 years of slavery, how does it impact us today, right? And they don't, a lot of the layperson don't understand the terms when you talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? A lot of us, a lot of the layperson we don't understand that mental health in that context. We don't understand where the depression is coming from, why we feel depressed. We don't understand transgenerational trauma. We don't understand that we are not we are not just carrying our own trauma that we experience between birth and the age that we are now. We also carry the trauma of our ancestors, of our foreparents, our grandparents, our parents, right? A lot of things that we do, a lot of behaviors that we have, it came from our parents, and we behave in these ways and we don't understand why. And a lot of us, we're not willing to learn about it because again, slavery is not something that's readily taught in schools, whether it's in the Caribbean or whether it's in North America. It's not readily taught in schools from kindergarten come up. You don't teach children about where they came from and how important their history is, right? You teach them about white history, North American history. You teach them about Christopher Columbus and what a great man he was. You don't talk about the transatlantic slave trade and the travel across the ocean and all the lives that were lost and all the families that got broken, all the trauma that our foreparents went through, and all the fights they had to fight to get us for us to have freedom today. All the fights that they fought for us to be able to go to school, to have an education, to vote. Like this is not everyday conversation within a typical Black home. With everything that's going on now, you would even hear a lot of people, Black people too, would say all life matter, because they don't understand the context in which when we say Black life matter, we're not talking about one individual person and the person life, like you take their life. We're talking about the whole of the person right to have freedom, the person right to be able to walk the street without being harassed, equal opportunities. It encompasses a lot. It's not just about killing that person. It's about that person right to be a person, to live freely.